everyone to another round of Ab-So-Lute, which is brought to you by 2901 Productions and 48 Media. Another round of Ab-So-Lute. I'm Marlon.
It's your man Eric.
Yeah, I kind of fucked up a little bit. I got it.
Introducing Marlon's losing streak is back.
That's right. I was fucking up.
You was on a roll for a couple of weeks though.
I was.
You had the shit down pat.
I was watching a lot of wrestling, paying attention to the announcers.
Yeah. I don't know. My outro still be jacked. Cause it's like we'll get ready to end the show and then we'll start talking about some other shit. So it just be all over the place. I just be like, hell, maybe I just need to like edit where we gonna put the outro or some shit. I don't know. Have a pre-recorded outro, and then that shit'll be boring.
Nah, it's good, man. I think the people that listen to our show, they like what we do, man. I think we have a nice, solid little following, and we're gonna continue to grow it.
I hope so, man, because I be looking at our stats sometimes, and I'll be like, whoever this one person is in Australia, thank you.
That's
Whoever
right.
these 6 people are in Ireland, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know what made you listen, but I hope you keep listening. And some of them haven't, because it was like those 6 people from Ireland on one episode listen, and then that one person from Australia listened, I think the last episode. But hey,
We'll
I
take
don't know.
it.
I'll take it.
We're gonna grow. It's still in the beginning stages. It really is.
I think we had a good show last week, though.
Yeah, I had fun.
Yeah, man.
I haven't gotten good compliments from it.
Yeah, that's good. I don't really talk to too many people who listen, so I don't know.
I be soliciting.
I try not to, because most of the people that I can solicit to are people that I work with, and most of them I've talked about.
Yeah, you can't ask them.
So if they listen to it, they'll be like, "Oh, this motherfucker was talking about me." But it ain't my fault you was drinking breast milk. It ain't my fault your creepy ass got down touching people's faces and shit. So, oh well. I don't know, you do weird shit, I'm gonna talk about you. I don't know.
That's a fact of life.
Nobody is exempt.
No one's safe.
But I think that I don't know. I think with radio personalities, like if you know anybody that works as a radio personality,
We do.
then I mean,
I know what you mean.
It's on a smaller scale, but like if you know anybody who's a radio personality that's on like a syndicated radio station,
Right.
then you have to be careful what you say around them, because I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, anything that you do or say around them is
it's
gonna
going
be
on the
used.
show.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I feel. It's like anything you do or say around me is possibly gonna be used for the shit that I say here, because it's entertaining.
Fucking right.
So, I mean, I ain't gonna put nobody names and addresses and shit out there like that to make it too obvious. But if you listen to the show and I talk about you and you know that you done said some shit, then yeah, it was you.
It's on you.
So you are fairly warned,
That's right.
Mom.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, cause yeah. Remember we talked about her.
Yeah, the one day she told me I cussed too much. Said I had a potty mouth. Thank you. She know who I got it from. So what we got on the agenda this week, man?
So today we're going to talk about slasher films and the stupidity of some of them.
Yeah, I like that topic. I mean, because I love scary movies.
Right.
I mean, it don't really matter to me if it's slasher, horror, like in between, half and half. Whatever you got, if you supposed to be scary, I'll give it a shot. Most of the time, I'm disappointed because I have high standards when it comes to like what makes a great horror film, but I still enjoy them at the same time. Like if I know it's gonna be corny, I don't expect too much of it.
Right.
It's just kind of the same way I am with my cheesy sci-fi films. Like, cause I watch Sharknado every time it come out with a new one.
I was watching it for a while.
I don't know. It's kind of like now. It's kind of like the it thing to be in if you're a celebrity. because it's like celebrities in every single one of them.
A B list or
Well,
C
yeah.
list.
Ain't nobody gonna be like, oh, Beyonce was in Sharknado. Like,
Man, if she was in Sharknado, that'd be dope. I think that would be dope. But I know she's not gonna do it.
put the Obamas in Sharknado.
Shark, we're not gonna do this.
All right, man, let's kick this thing off.
All right, so some of the dumb. I know I talked about this last week. Where I put it on social media, like the. How in the hell? So Friday the 13th, the remake.
Hold on, let's start from the top of the list.
Oh, okay. So you want to go down the list?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I can't even say. Okay, so we're looking on eathorror.com too. Did I say that right? I didn't say com right. Anyway, I apologize. Eathorror.com.
It still sounds like you saying, come.
Eat Horror is a website.
.com.
Oh God, you nasty son of a bitch.
All right, so this list isn't necessarily like we're picking apart slasher villains, but this is a list of the greatest slasher villains created. We're just gonna let you know how we feel about them.
All right, so first on the list is Norman Bates. I have no
Crossdresser.
What? Well, yeah, he is a crossdresser who talks to his dead mother. I don't have no problem with it. I thought the movie was it's a classic. I love the shower scene. That's historical.
Yeah. You know what? I always got creepy vibes with him though. Like especially when Bates Motel came out and it showed like a younger version of him. Like I always felt like some incest type.
Yeah, I think he had sex with his mother. I'm not sure.
Dead mother.
So he's into necrophilia and what is it when you I don't know.
Yeah, I believe he banged the corpse.
No, is necrophilia? No, that's when you choke his. I don't know.
What, having sex with dead people? Don't
Yeah.
make me lie. I don't know. If you did know that, I'd be kind of worried.
I'm not that deep into sexual deviancy.
All right, so let's see what eathorror.com says about Norman Bates.
Says this shy and apparent mild-mannered killer featured in Hitchcock's masterpiece Psycho, which would be credited with inventing the slasher genre. He's the original mentally disturbed killer with a mother fixation and changed the face of the horror genre changed the horror genre forever by prompting the move from monsters to vampires to villains who are human and potentially real.
I can get that. Because I guess up until then.
Yeah, because it was just like, that's all. It was a change. I mean, a lot of that stuff I don't even watch, but I have seen Psycho. I think it's a classic.
Hitchcock makes some great films.
He does. Man. The Birds, that was good.
Oh man, you know they used real birds in one of those scenes.
Really?
Freaked that lady out because she was terrified of birds.
I'm terrified of them shitting on me. I've had 2 birds shit on me in my lifetime.
Man,
I wanted to kill both of them.
Yeah. So let's see. Realistically, how quickly do you think he would have been caught?
Oh, in real life?
Yeah.
Depends on what city he's in.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, if he was it depends on what side of town he's in. If he was on the south side of Atlanta, SWAT side of Atlanta, he got caught fast. And probably not by the police. Definitely on the west side, because they would have been trying to sell him some dope.
Yeah, I think my issue with, I guess you could say my issue with him is that, one, when you meet him, when the tenants who want to stay at the hotel meet him, like his character is so odd.
I wouldn't want to stay there.
Right.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to stay at this hotel.
Ain't no way in hell. I'd be like, Well, first of all, I would have kept driving. I wouldn't even stop.
Yeah, because it looked like some. It just looked like some shit I wouldn't stay in.
Only way you would have got me to stop there is if my car broke down right in front of it, and I probably would
And I
have went in.
still would have walked.
I would not have went in.
See you in the morning, car.
All right, who's next?
Leatherface.
Oh man.
Now the thing with Leatherface is, it was actually based off a true story, but then it grew legs with all the sequels and them making chili out of humans and shit like that. But I actually don't have a problem with like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I don't have a problem with the remake of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I thought they were really put together very well. The character is simple. He doesn't try to do no weird shit, or he just a motherfucker who got a chainsaw that chop motherfuckers up.
Well,
and he's aggressive.
I don't know if you could call this picking the character apart, but I kind of sympathize with him. Because in the remake, the chick who was his mom threw him in the trash.
I don't remember that. In the beginning?
Yeah. She was working, and she went into labor, and she fell on the floor, looked like she about died, and the boss walked over there and was like, he said some slick shit. Like, well, you probably better off or some shit like that.
Damn.
Next thing you know, damn baby in a trash can.
What's the mother named Brenda?
I don't remember. And then
it's a Tupac reference.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's how that went. And then he was raised in working in a meat packing factory. So strike one, you got thrown in the trash can after you was born. You look like shit. Well, that's strike 1 and 2. 3, now I'm referring to the remake. Like, this nigga lost his job. They fired him. This motherfucker working. Got fired at work. While he worked, you could just told this motherfucker not to come to work and fire him while he was at home. So you made him come in and work and fired him. So when the dude went down there, it was like, and it wasn't like a you fire. It was like this whole shit being shut down. And motherfucker, you gotta go. I mean, you couldn't have told this motherfucker like 3 weeks ago. You being shut down. I know you got like notices or some kind of shit.
But you saying this like this motherfucker gonna get unemployment or something.
I'm just saying. Regardless of as to you getting unemployment or not, who wouldn't be pissed off for getting fired when you at work?
So you gonna be so pissed that you gonna start chopping motherfuckers up with a chainsaw?
All I gotta say, his boss had it coming. Fire me on my goddamn when I'm at work. Come make me work all day and then fire me at the end of the day.
I've had something like that happen to me before.
So that strike 3? Dumps the baby, looked like trash. Got fired at the end of your shift.
Didn't get no unemployment.
That's strike 3. And then the parents who found you, they crazy as hell. That's strike 4, 5, and 6. So I don't know. I mean, I do kind of. I don't know. This nigga too damn grown to still be living at home. This nigga, he could at least went and made a cabin in the woods or some shit.
Who gonna put him out?
He done killed everybody else.
Ain't nobody putting him out.
He could have took that house.
He stay there rent free. Nobody talking to him.
I don't know. The only issue I had with him, he was a do-boy. Because he ain't killed nobody unless his parents said so.
In the remake.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm referring to the remake.
Like I said, I enjoyed the original and I enjoyed the remake. I didn't like the sequels to the original. It started getting weird. And you got Matthew McConaughey in there doing stupid shit too. I didn't like that.
Wait, what?
He's in like part 3, I think. Yeah, it's like a whole bunch of them. It just gets kind of weird.
Every time I hear that name, I think about them damn driving commercials.
Lincoln.
Like, the hell out of here.
Be in a suit. Precision.
Man, that'd be like the most useless commercials ever made.
Ain't nobody buying no Lincoln because no Matthew McConaughey. I like Matthew McConaughey. I think he's a great actor.
Man,
The McConaughey.
I just don't get the point of those commercials. I don't. Like, nothing in those commercials is saying, go buy this car.
Agreed.
Because I can make a pool ball go between the other pool balls.
I guess it's because he's supposed to be so smooth and debonair and all that shit. I don't know. It's Matthew McConaughey. I like him though, but he don't make me want to buy no.
Him and Lincoln go sit down somewhere.
Right.
He making money though.
Yeah.
But it's like the older actors get, the more and more like cashback rewards commercials and car commercials they be in.
Yeah.
Like
Sam Jackson. I remember when he first came out, he said, "What's in your damn wallet?" And people lost their mind. They had to reshoot the commercial.
What?
Yeah, because he
was the better commercial.
Right. Like, you better be late and say, "What's in your wallet, motherfucker?" Huh?
No,
yes, Visa deserves to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
All right.
Okay, so next on the list is someone and this is one I can pick apart. Michael Myers. Halloween is fucking stupid to me.
This motherfucker. Michael Myers. Michael Myers is, like, for the longest I
Nate
thought...
says he would never buy a Lincoln because of Matthew. Then he talks his shit about the Cowboys and the Falcons being 28-3. I would never buy a Lincoln just because it's a Ford. They're found on the road dead. No offense. Sorry, Ford. I do like their trucks. I would buy a truck.
Chevy.
I would prefer, I would prefer a Chevy truck, but Ford makes some nice trucks. I trust their trucks. Anyway, we talking about Michael Myers. So I don't like this motherfucker.
Why not?
First of all, I think that he's boring. I think that he's lethargic. His story don't make sense. So, are you related to Laurie Strode or are you not related? Okay, now in the new movie, they're not related.
Right.
So what the fuck y'all been chasing each other for all these years? It doesn't. And then the new movie, it says part 1, and it says anything after part 2 don't exist. These motherfuckers not related. So what's their fixation with each other? It made absolutely no sense. But I did like the movie though.
Maybe he had a crush on her because apparently she was supposed to be his sister's friend. Or something like that.
It was stupid, but why would you debunk that slang? Why would you debunk the original formula?
Right.
It didn't make any sense.
I don't know. I have no clue why they did that.
So, and then what the fuck happened to what's her name? I can't think of her name right now. I love this lady. What the hell is her name? Jamie Lee Curtis. What the fuck happened to her son? She had a son. The son, that nigga don't exist. So now she got a daughter. No, I'm not going there. No, because the daughter, because the daughter had children.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they do that type of patchwork. True. So that entire genre, it was already kind of weird, and then Jamie Lee Curtis's newest one just make the entire franchise even worse as far as trying to piece it together.
Yeah.
And let's not even talk about part 3, the season of the witch. 5 more days to Halloween.
I don't think that had anything to do with any of the rest of them.
So, okay, the history behind it was they wanted to try to branch out and do different types of Halloween movies.
That ain't work.
It did not work.
Then those motherfuckers only come around once a year.
I was not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of the Michael Myers franchise, known as Halloween.
Yeah, I still watch them, but I don't know.
I didn't
have a major problem with the last one. I thought the action parts were good. She was fucking paranoid.
Well, shit, I would be too.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's not the only. I don't want to say franchise because, believe it or not, Leprechaun had like a shitload of movies. But
you think he on this list?
No, definitely not. But he did kill a lot of motherfuckers though.
He did.
But the thing is, they had like 6 Leprechaun movies before the newest one.
I think I've only watched like maybe 3.
But the newest one that just came out,
There's a new one out?
yeah, it's
This motherfucker in
Return
space?
Leprechaun. No,
Oh, okay.
but that's the only one that's connected to any of the rest of them. It's a sequel to the very first one. Nothing, and none of the other ones.
So it sounds worse than Halloween.
Yeah, because none of the other ones were even connected in any way, shape, or form. Not even Leprechaun in the Hood and Leprechaun Return to the Hood. Those wasn't even connected.
And if the leprechaun comes to the hood, he gonna be a crackhead. Ain't nobody just selling no leprechaun no weed.
But I can say that some of those shits was funny. That just goes back to my cheesy horror films.
Agreed. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the first 2. I think.
I don't know. It's kind of on the same level as Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That's
cheesier.
When that short ass clown uppercutted dude head to that trash can. But all right.
And then this is another thing about Michael Myers. Mm-hmm. Is the motherfucker supernatural, or is he just a big lethargic motherfucker that walking around with a kitchen utensil?
Steroids.
Shit.
On something. Steroids. What's that shit that was out? Bath salts. This nigga on bath salts. That's what his ass doing.
I don't like him.
Bath salts and crystal meth.
I don't like him. He was a big ass white dude in the last one though, and big old white guy. Remember when he was in jail when they had him outside and the dude was like Michael?
Mm-hmm. I mean, but what are you doing to get that big though? Shit. I mean, cause you don't run. You only active once a year.
I guess when you possess, your ass get muscular and shit. I don't know. I've never understood nor liked Michael Myers or that entire genre. Not a fan. I do like Jamie Lee Curtis, so I do watch part 1, part 2, and the last one, H2O. Those the only. No, and then she was in part 5, but she died in the beginning. The bitch is dead. What is she doing back? I just thought about that. She died.
How did she die in part 5?
So they chased each other or some shit, and then like she was about to fall, and they looking at each other like eye to eye, and then I think he stabbed her, and then she just fell. She died. The bitch that she dead. What's she doing
but then
back?
He get his head chopped off in one?
He's supposed to be supernatural.
Oh, nah.
So
no, because I know when the one that ended where his head got chopped off. Mm-hmm. I think the one after that, or a couple of them after that, I think it showed that it was a cop or something. Like he changed clothes with a cop or some shit and put the cop in the mask.
You're right. Okay, but here's the thing though with him, he is like, I don't know if it's supposed to be either he's possessed, but then also there's a Halloween that had Ant-Man, Paul Rudd in it, right? Mm-hmm. So there was this, if you ever notice, this symbol in that particular movie, and those people with that symbol, they keep him alive. I'm just saying, then Paul Rudd shrinks into an ant and crawls up Michael Myers' ass and his head explodes. That one time. No, just kidding. Anyway, he's fucking stupid. That's a stupid character.
He probably got to be nah.
Is he the dumbest? No.
Nah.
I think the dumbest is coming up next.
Okay, who next? Oh, this nigga. Oh my God.
Born to Pamela and Elias Voorhees. And he has a sister named Lark Voorhees that starred on Saved by the Bell.
And we all know how she turned out.
I'm sorry, guys. It's fucked up. Jason actually looks better than his sister. I'm sorry, man. That's fucked up because she got vitiligo. Or she got re-vitiligo. I'm sorry, God. I don't mean to talk about that lady. She was so fucking beautiful when she was a kid. What the fuck happened?
Life, man.
Damn, Slater.com in the face? What the fuck? All right, I'm sorry, God. I'm sorry. All right, so Jason Voorhees. This article actually says he's more sympathetic than anyone. I don't know if I agree with that, but well, he was bullied as a child, and then they was fucking, and then he drowned, and he is a mongoloid. So maybe
that's worse than being thrown in a dumpster.
Oh, he's a mongoloid. What you call it had a job? Most mongoloids can't work.
Yeah, but he wore a damn mask on his face. Why he had to work?
Who, Jason or Leatherface?
Leatherface.
But he wasn't a mongoloid, right?
He was fucked up in the face too.
I mean, shit, Jason's sister fucked up in the face. I'm saying, what I'm saying is Jason was a mongoloid. And I'm gonna tell you something about mongoloids. Now, I'm not trying to make a joke or anything. I've been around a few of them in my time. Them motherfuckers are strong. They're naturally strong. So this motherfucker, without Jason do, it is possible with a little help from the devil. It's like the motherfuckers are like naturally strong.
Okay, naturally strong. All right, I give you that one. But in this remake,
pisses me off,
bro. I watched this shit maybe 2 weeks ago.
The remake. I watched it just the other day because I watched last week too.
Cause I was giving his ass hell while I was watching that damn movie.
Well, you didn't like the fact that he ran. But I told you, I sent you a video. You said he was running like he had a limp or some shit. But he's all because
it was not him. I was talking about the. No, you sent me a clip of
Jason back in the day running.
Yeah, back in the day running, and I was talking about the cop that was.
Oh, who was about to die? Yeah, I mean, like who was running like
run like he ain't never ran before.
I bet everybody get away with shit in that town. Fuck, just run. He can't catch you.
But yeah, I was saying that I don't remember Jason running in the older ones until you sent me that clip. And I don't know, he was more. I don't know, he was a lot more active. He didn't seem like a damn demon in the remake.
No, I think they tried to take the demon factor out of it.
Like, but they should have started from the beginning and showed like everything if they was gonna remake it to that extent. Because, all right, this motherfucker, he probably he live in a dirty ass house. He live in a house in the woods.
Okay, right. Got his name on the headboard and shit.
Nigga, I know this nigga ain't been using the same damn hockey mask all these years. So he got to be getting them from somewhere. This nigga probably got mad shipping from Amazon or some shit.
He go to Dick's Sporting Goods, man. He walk in that bitch.
So
he's like, "Hi, can I help you?" He's like, "Oh, you were like the bow and arrow and hockey mask."
And how did he use that shit?
Like an expert with the bow and arrow?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So, because I'm just saying, you died as a child at summer camp.
Right.
Like, when you die, like,
never did it before.
Cells die and all this shit. But when you come back, like, and you a demon, ain't you, like, possessed or some shit? Like, how are you learning new skills? Like, you know how to shoot a bow and arrow perfectly.
Right.
Long range at that.
He should have been on the Olympic team, yeah.
Goddamn, you, hunter-gatherer?
Okay, I would say this. I would say this about Jason Voorhees. I think Friday the 13th is fucking stupid. But I enjoy it. I watch it. Now, I do not like Michael Myers. I will watch it. It has to be like the only thing on, and I just feel like watching horror. But I can vibe with Jason. But the reason why is because I like Kane Hodder. Mm. Kane Hodder is the one who's played Jason the most. I think he came in. I forgot which part. I think it was part when the girl he took on the telekinesis girl, which made absolutely no sense. But that is like one of my favorites. So the movement that Kane Hodder brought to Jason, the methodicalness and all that stuff, I love that shit. Now the best Jason I've ever seen is it had the dude named C.J. Graham played Jason. He didn't give two fucks. That particular Jason, he was killing everybody, like fucking them up. When Tommy put the shit on his neck and put him down in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that at the end?
Yeah.
That's the one I'm talking about. Jason gave 2 fucks in that movie. He was killing everybody.
Bro, didn't this nigga go to Manhattan or some shit?
He did go to Manhattan.
How the fuck you get to Manhattan?
He walked on the bottom of the ocean.
From where?
I think Crystal Lake is in Ohio. No, it's not in Ohio. It's in Illinois. It's in your neck of the woods. You ain't never see this nigga? Bro. I'm just saying, man. That's what he was at. I think the franchise is very. This motherfucker done been to space. What are you talking about? He destroyed Earth 1. Then he destroyed another planet, Solaris. And then he landed on Earth 2. As the super Jason. The Uber Jason, as they call him.
I don't remember it. I don't remember it being Earth 2.
Yeah.
When they found him in space.
No. He was on Earth 1. Yeah, see, Ramsey, yeah. He went to space. So Earth 1 was fucked up, right? They came down there.
He said he kicked the radio and everything.
He kicked somebody on Manhattan. Yeah. He's like, man, we're gonna fuck you up. He's like, oh, we cool. I couldn't see no shit like that either.
Oh, but I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much into this. Like, once you leave your little bitty ass, raggedy ass camp,
okay,
with your broke down house,
right,
and you make it to New York,
right?
Why the fuck you go back?
Cause that's what he knows. Who the fuck? Then he died in Manhattan. Remember? It was like, mommy, I can't swim. And then the acid and shit ate him up.
He died in all of them.
Touche. I don't even remember what was after Manhattan. Oh, Jason Goes to Hell, which is, I thoroughly enjoyed Jason Goes to Hell, but it gets so many bad reviews. That's the one where he was jumping from body to body and stuff. And I thought it was put together very well, but it got a bad review because of they didn't see enough of Jason. It's because they didn't follow the story.
That's them people who seen part 1 and then don't watch any of the other ones.
I think go
to hell.
I think the first 3 are stupid.
It wasn't the first one his mom?
Yeah. Well, it's boring. I do like when she kills, but it's boring to me. Anyway, so what's your conclusion on Jason? Do you like the franchise? Do you not like it? I don't like it, but I watch it.
I like it. I don't have a problem with it. He's not my favorite.
All right, I think we should save. I think we should save our favorites to last.
All right.
So okay, Pinhead.
He boring too. I mean, he killed folks in some fucked up ways, but this nigga can't show up unless you open Pandora's box.
We will tear your soul apart.
And then they made so many Hellraisers to the point where they stopped making like the major motion films and started doing like the cheesy ones on Sci-Fi.
You know that Nancy Heather Langenkamp was in Hellraiser, the last one. I don't think
I've seen the last Hellraiser.
It was alright. So I'm not.
Wait,
really...
is that the one where this motherfucker got turned human?
No. I'm talking about one that came out like last year before last.
Oh, I was gonna say I know they got another one, like the very, very last one I seen. Whoever this motherfucker is being controlled by, he killed somebody he wasn't supposed to. This motherfucker, he killed an angel. And because he killed an angel,
God let that happen. No, I'm just kidding.
But because he killed an angel, it had consequences. And he got turned human.
Well, tore his soul apart. And then he was a bitch too. Then he died like as soon as he became a human because he tried to do something, then he got killed, right?
I don't even remember. The one part I remember the most is when he pulled those pins out of his head and that big ass worms was on him.
I don't remember that one. All right, because I really don't have a lot to say about Pinhead. I think he's fucking boring, and I don't like the franchise. I like the ones when he had the other symbiotes with him. And he wears a dress? Okay. I ain't touching that one.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, out of all the stuff you can wear, You already got pins coming out of your head.
You gonna tear your soul apart.
Now you come around sounding like Bernie Mac. You ain't.
He wears an S&M version of a priest cassock. What the hell is a cassock? Anyway, I don't know.
You look like you.
All right. So, Chucky.
I like Chucky.
I love Chucky.
I like Chucky, man. A lot of people don't. A lot of people, like, after the first one, they stop watching. I mean, I like how the stories end up, like, come full circle.
I like the first three.
Some of them were kind of cool. I didn't like Cult of Chucky.
That's the one you told me to watch, and I think I tried and I fell asleep. It was like a couple years ago.
It's not exciting, but it does come full circle, though.
Well, you do know that there's a remake coming out in 2 months. So I was doing some reading on it last night, or yesterday rather, and they're taking away the spiritual aspect of it, and what they're going to do is just make it as if the AI technology inside of the doll went bad. Which I think this right here intrigues me more because of the fact I was wondering how in the fuck they're gonna make this work in today's time, because kids don't play with dolls. So if it's artificial intelligence, I can kind of see them working with that. Cause think about it. I mean, everybody got a phone. Everybody got a phone up their ass. They got a phone in their hand. Everybody got some kind of piece of technology with them.
I mean, so is the technology just gonna go bad in that one particular doll?
Correct. Andy's mom gonna get the doll, and the doll gonna go bad. And I guess, you know, Ramsey said the first Child's Play was all right. I fucking love that movie, because my favorite part when that lady said, "You better talk to me, or I'm gonna throw you in the fire," and he was like, "You stupid bitch! I'm gonna teach you to fuck with me."
But see, that's what I like about the soul transferring aspect of the original.
I do too,
because his personality carries over to the doll.
Agreed.
Now, if you're just taking the AI version of like this, he can't think for himself.
Rashad said he don't like that. I'm not saying it's gonna work or not. It's just intriguing to me because I was wondering how are we gonna fit that in today's time. You have to think about it. Your audience, it ain't us. I mean, we are into technology, but you have to figure out a way to get today's people to go to the movies to want to see this. And I think that's intriguing to them. I can be wrong. It might just sell 10 tickets. I don't know. But I think it's an interesting concept.
Man, I want to dumb
Chucky the Terminator. Give me the power, I beg of thee.
Hey, but I don't know, because the personality of Chucky in every movie is sadistic and funny at the same time.
I only like the first three, though. I really do. I like and it's a part, like, I love when he kills the stepfather Phil in part 2, when he clips him up and says, "How's it hanging, Phil?" and drop him on his neck. Love that. And then the classic in part 3, when the kids were shooting each other with paint guns and he changed it to real bullets and they shooting each other. That shit was classic.
Because see, in the last one, I don't know, it didn't have too many times where, well, it didn't have too many times where his personality got to come through the most. But like, everybody thought that the chick in the last one was crazy. She was making up everything, and she was the one that was actually killing people. So when he actually made it into this insane, this crazy house, right, where the lady was at, he's walking down the hall, and he comes across like one of the older crazy women that he called on the phone the previous night. And the lady was looking at him, and she started talking to him, and she was like, he asked where the chick was that he was looking for. The lady told her, and then
this is Chucky.
Yeah,
as the doll.
Yeah, and the lady is just talking to this dude, and he was like, "What?" And then she was like, "I know you're not real. You're a figure of my imagination," or some bullshit like that. And he was like, "Are you that crazy old bitch that I talked to on the phone last night?" And then he was like, "Yeah." He was like, "I'll be back. You're next."
Hilarious.
But I mean, it's just, I like his personality.
I do too.
Like, cause he don't give no fucks either.
I hope they do kind of keep that personality. I do.
But I got to see how they gonna do it, cause where you gonna get personality from?
I don't know. Maybe we're gonna have to see. Okay, so my conclusion on the Child's Play franchise is I like the first. I love the first 3. 4 and 5 were okay. I fell asleep on the coat of Chucky. So
I like the first one the most. The rest of them after that, I just watched just because I wanted to see him.
What an ugly doll. Fuck you. All right, that's Ghostface. Scream.
Wasn't it more than one person though?
Historically, yeah, I think it was always 2 killers.
Mm,
No, I don't, because I think in the very last one, I don't think that girl had any help. She just wanted to be, I think she just wanted to be famous like her cousin Sydney.
Yeah. I don't. After the first one, I stopped paying attention. I didn't even watch the series that came out.
Me, I tried to watch the first episode, and I think I fell asleep on it back in the day when it came out.
Because it came out on MTV, so it's
Right.
like, what can you actually do? Like,
Right.
you can't show nothing. You can't say nothing. So,
And then the thing about Scream, when they try to reintroduce it, I know that the last one was, it did really good, and I think that helped them try to transform it into a TV show. But Scream came out, I think the first one in like 1998, 99. So when you think about that genre, which would be like us and people in our age demographic, which would be 30 to 40, maybe 30 to 50, we don't watch MTV like that. So your core audience or your fan base is not going to watch it. And then somebody else, the younger generation, like, shit, what the hell 21 Savage at?
yeah,
Want to see his UK performance.
Last time I watched MTV, I was trying to watch Real World versus Road Rules.
That's my point. Like, we don't watch MTV.
Oh yeah, Ghostface, you can keep him. I ain't too much pay attention after the third Scream.
The first one was a classic. It became very repetitive after that, so I probably give that one like I don't want to say a thumbs down. I respect it, but it's not one of my first things to watch.
Nah.
All right, moving along to my boy Jigsaw. See, I put that country twang on his saw.
What issue did I have with him? I don't think I had too many issues with him.
Well, I did have one issue. I felt that it was totally unfair that Lil' Kim did not get her credit for being in these movies because she was in it. She was on the bike, the little tricycle. And I'm telling you, I think it's effed up that I think it was New Line Cinema. Y'all need to give Lil' Kim her credit for playing Billy. That's the doll name if y'all didn't know.
Oh man. Rashad say Jada Pinkett got killed in 3 seconds of part 2. What are you talking about, Scream?
It's Scream, but the reason why she got killed is because she was pregnant. She was actually, her and, I read up on like a lot of odd shit. I have useless information in my head. So her and Omar Epps were supposed to survive. Mm-hmm. But because Jada found out she was pregnant, and like her character was going to have to do a lot of action and shit. So her and the first show was always the best. It's the origin story. That is very true. I would agree. But actually, I'm gonna disagree because we're talking about Saw. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna finish with Rashad for Rashad. So she got pregnant. I think she was pregnant with like Willow or some shit. I'm sorry, not that Willow is shit, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So she was pregnant with Willow, and she couldn't do all the stunts and theatrics, but. So they was gonna write her out, but the idea of with Drew Barrymore, how they did her character in part 1, which was like a big turn or shift. Nobody expected her to die 'cause she's Drew Barrymore. Mm-hmm. So they did the same thing with Jada.
Nah.
But anyway, so the reason why I say I disagree with Ramsey, 95% of the time, that's right. The first one is always the best because it's the origin, and you know how I feel about sequels.
Mm-hmm. You hate majority of them. You hate like 95% of them.
But Saw Part 2 is absolutely the best of that entire franchise. It's better than part one is great because it does tell a good story. But as far as action and the twist and all that stuff, I love Saw Part Two.
But they didn't even get around to like the deeper story of Jigsaw until like the later ones.
Later, yeah, it got a little. I like the twist and the turns, but some of that shit they could have put in one movie. It was just like, damn, you gonna go part 10 and shit?
They was trying to extend their franchise, man.
Yeah, but
They was trying to get that money.
put Jigsaw in space. Do
I
like
think the only
Jason.
thing, I mean, I guess I understand them because all the time and energy and effort that you gotta put into sitting down, drawing up these plans for these devices, figuring out where you're gonna put them at, building them, because I know the motherfucker ain't had help. and then he was like, I had to go through all this shit. Yeah, you just gotta kill yourself.
But they have made 8 Saws. I don't think this franchise. I think they got every drop of whatever they can get out of that shit. It's too many.
Yeah, because it was just his games after a while. Like, he wasn't actually in them.
Right, because he had died at one point in time.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't hate him. I probably wouldn't watch after 4. Like, I'm not as excited to watch them after 4. But if it comes on, I'll watch it.
I remember when he died and they had him on the table. I was in the movies, so this was like years ago. Because when he finally died, I think it was like part 4. So anyway, they had his body on the table, and it was doing like the autopsy, right? Mm-hmm. And they was like going over his whole body, and somebody in the theater was like, "I hope they show his dick."
What the hell?
What the hell? I don't see Jigsaw's dick. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man, it is nothing like going to the movies in Atlanta. I don't know what it's like in other states, but you hear some wild shit in these movies.
I miss out on all that type of stuff, man, because when I go to the movies, I normally go by myself, and I normally go like early in the damn morning when I know it's not really gonna be packed. That way, because one thing I hate motherfuckers that talk through the movie. I hate when people bring their crying ass kids to the movie. I hate when people when the big ass signs on the screen that say cut your damn cell phones off, and you got 8 motherfuckers sitting right in front of you with them bright ass screens on. As soon as the lights go down, I hate that shit. I be wanting to kick the hell out the back of your chair.
Damn.
Hate it.
I got a funny story. This is New Nightmare. Now we're gonna talk about him in a second.
We appreciate it, Ramsey. He said great show.
Appreciate you, brother. So this was New Nightmare. It came out. So me and my best childhood friend, we snuck out, went to the CNN Center to go see it. It was back in the day. You used to have a movie theater in there. So we sitting in the theater, and the film started messing up. So back then, you used to have bleachers. Not bleachers, but balconies, right? Mm-hmm. And back in the days where black people used to have to sit there in the balcony. But anyway, so up in the balcony, somebody yells out, "Hey man, your film fucking up." So me and Frazier, we thought that was funny. Then somebody they fixed it or whatever. Then somebody baby started crying, and he's like, "Hey man, tell that baby to shut the fuck up." So it was like this black lady and a black man and a crying baby, and so the chick stands up, turns around, looks up in the balcony. "You ain't talking to me. You ain't talking about my baby." Ah! Like going 100 miles per hour. So the dude is like kind of like pulling on her, trying to get her to sit down and shit and shut up. And then the person that was up in the balcony was like, "Hey man, tell that bitch to shut up too." "You gonna let him call me a bitch? You're a punk. You're a punk. You're a punk." "Yeah, man, you is a punk. You don't get that bitch shut up." Like this went on the whole movie. So they got it. So he finally got tired of the shit. He got mad. He got it. They got up. He was cussing her ass out on the way on out the door. It was hilarious.
See, man, I ain't got time for all that drama at the damn movie theater. I want to go watch my movie in peace and be out. and save about $8 going early.
True.
That should be like $13, $14 going at night.
Oh, okay. We got some before we get to our favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
So you get down to the bottom. It has honorable mentions. Angela Baker. A lot of people probably won't know who that is, but if you ever seen Sleepaway Camp, that is the young lady / boy that was going in the summer camp killing everybody.
Never seen it.
Very interesting movie. So the boy was raised as a girl. The boy was adopted by his aunt. His aunt always wanted a girl, so she raised him as a girl. It fucked him up, so he was crazy. So anyway, 2 things I remember about this movie. He took some hot curling irons and stuck it up this girl's vagina.
Whoa.
And you can hear it crackling like like marshmallows on an open fire.
What?
So that was number 1. Then at the end of the movie, she whatever was standing in front of everybody like and the dick was hanging out. So now I seen this as a little boy. You can imagine, like, I'm like, holy shit. Those are the 2 things I remember about that movie.
Hell no.
Let's see here. Candyman. I hear you're looking for the Candyman, bitch. Favorite scene in that movie?
Candyman. I ain't have a problem with Candyman.
Candyman was smooth. I like Candyman. I wouldn't say that shit in the mirror, though.
Hell no. And in Chicago.
Oh, yeah, that was in the Chicago one. Yeah. You got Jason.
Cabrini Green. That's what was supposedly filmed. I don't know if it was actually filmed there.
Bro, that shit, I'm telling you, my favorite scene, you ever go back and watch Candyman Part 1, when they do the police lineup, and it's like, okay, say the line. Here you looking for the Candyman, bitch. Next, I hear you looking for the Candyman, bitch. Next, I hear you're looking for the Candyman, bitch. That shit is hilarious to me. I laugh every time I see that. You know, I like that franchise. I really did. I mean, it got a little weird. It started mixing in.
Obsessed with him though. After a while,
it started mixing in slavery and shit. Like who the fuck gonna have Danielle Robitaille as a slave? That nigga got a hook for a hand and bees sting your ass. Ain't no master fucking with him.
Yeah. I mean, I watched the Candyman movies. I never had an issue with him though.
Jordan Peele is going to re-image it. So that's going to be very interesting because he's. I think the reason why his movies are doing really good.
Wait.
What?
He ain't gonna do some shit where you gotta fucking take a goddamn math and psych quiz at the end of the movie just to see if you understood the shit or not.
A lot of people say that about Us. I didn't feel that way about Get Out. Us is a little bit like calculus, but it was good.
I ain't even seen Us yet, though.
What's next on here? Maniac Cop, didn't like that.
Never watched it.
I Know What You Did Last Summer, The Fisherman. That was all right.
Black Christmas. I was trying to watch that, but I couldn't find it on.
Is drugs involved?
No.
Prom Night. Isn't that Prom Night? That's Mary Lou. That shit is good. Prom Night is very good. I don't know if it has any sequels. My Bloody Valentine, I hear is really good. I hear I have to watch it.
I just watched that.
Was it good?
Last week. I mean, it was all right.
Urban Legend. I do think that's one of Tip's best albums. No, I'm just kidding.
Urban Legends, man.
Yeah. I did like the one that they had Robert Englund, Kane Hodder, the guy who plays Candyman. They had like all the guys who played in one of them. I think it was it was the Jinn. That was a good ass movie. Why that's not on here? I haven't seen it anywhere. Anyway,
I ain't seen that in a long ass time though.
I love that scene when the dude said he's like, I give you anything you want, whatever you wish. And he's like, I want my lawyer to go fuck himself. And so the lawyer was in there talking to somebody. He's like, ooh. Ooh. And he's like, his body started contorting. And he started fucking himself. And then he was like, And the prisoner was like, are you okay, man? Am I going to win my case?
Man, fuck all that dying and fucking yourself shit. Am I getting out of here?
Have you seen that? You
I've
probably
seen
don't
it
remember.
years ago.
That shit was hilarious. So let's see here. The Tripper. I heard
Never
that.
seen it.
I heard it was good. I never seen it. Hatchet.
Never seen it.
I heard
If I have, I don't remember.
Dead Man Shoes.
That don't even sound like something I want to watch.
All the Boys Love Mandy Lane.
Never heard of
Me
it.
either. Let's see here. I think that's it. Okay, so now it's time to talk about our guy,
You're damn right.
Frederick Charles Krueger.
To me, this probably got to be the best slasher villain ever.
Well, I think the problem, well, it's not a problem. I think the reason why Freddy gets that nod from most people is because he's the first one to bring personality to the slasher genre. Because if you think about it, it's just been big motherfuckers walking around with knives and shit.
Yeah, because Jason don't say shit. Leatherface don't say shit. Michael Myers don't say shit.
And by the time Pinhead get through saying what he's saying, you could have been done ran away.
Yeah, you gonna kill me from boredom.
We'll tear your... Where you going? Where you going? This motherfucker's running.
Yeah, so... yeah, man, I love Freddy Krueger, man. I think the only issue I ever had with Freddy Krueger...
The remake?
Not the remake.
Okay.
The only issue I had with the character in general...
Okay.
Is the fact that he was touching little kids. I hated that.
You still listen to Thriller?
Touche. Touche.
I say it all the time. I ask people all the time, what's the difference between Freddy Krueger and Michael Jackson? They both wear hats, wear weird clothes, sweater. They both got burned. Same thing. Same thing. One got burned by Pepsi, the other one got burned by parents. They both got burned by someone with a P.
But I did hear that there was a script originally where he was supposed to be innocent, but it didn't go over well. So they kept it as him being guilty. Like, actually.
What you mean, like, so that's why he was so pissed off and bitter? Like, I ain't fuck y'all children, so now I'm coming back to really fuck y'all children?
Pretty much. And so it was a version of the script where he didn't do it. I mean, even though he got off in a movie.
I think I like I like Freddy's origin, the way it was played out better. Because if he was innocent, then that means you would sympathize with him a little bit. Like, who wants to sympathize with motherfucking killing kids?
Nobody.
And then one thing I will say about Freddy with the original, with Robert Englund's incarnation slang and and Jackie Earle Haley's, in Robert Englund's imaging, he was a child murderer. In Jackie Earle Haley's version, he was a child molester. And he was what? A real burn victim. And they proved my point. It says it right here: a child murderer who was burned by the local townspeople. Which they're talking about Robert Englund. You never hear anything about Freddy fucking little boys. I mean, or children. Let's say that. It's kind of implied, which, you know, if you don't go by it, it's not. If you go by implying, they don't really say it.
Yeah, court of public opinion.
Right.
Like, did he, didn't he?
So I do have, even though it's my favorite genre, I do have problems with it.
I mean, it's always gonna be a problem somewhere. I mean, I've only got one, and that's with the remake.
I got problems throughout the whole fucking franchise.
All right.
But I love it. It's still my favorite franchise. I watch it probably weekly. I got a app that I can watch it. Like, I told you about that. I told you gotta get with it, man.
Man, my phone raggedy as hell.
It ain't
blow up if I download the app.
You got a Fire Stick?
Nope. I got Apple TV.
You know how y'all shit is. You can't
locked
even.
down.
Yeah. So, okay, my first problem is they should not have ever left out the fact that Dunn and Marge had a child.
I was just thinking that.
Because,
but all of the neighbors had kids previous.
I mean, come on now. Let's be honest. If let's say if you in the neighborhood and somebody's child gets killed or missing, right? You're gonna be like, oh man, it's fucked up. I'm sorry, is there anything I can do? You're gonna do whatever you can. But you ain't gonna be like, all right, let's ride out on this motherfucker. They killed your baby. I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you. You ain't gonna do all that.
Right.
So for Don to have such a disdain for Freddie, they should have said that that Nancy had a brother that Freddie killed, and that's why Don is so protective of Nancy. Now I do think that because of what happened with the way they tried to write. Because it's a big legal issue between Wes Craven and Bob Shaye back in the day. It has a lot of twists and turns, so that's why he didn't come back until A New Nightmare. So part 2 was trash. I laugh at it.
I think they're all funny, one way or another. To me,
I watched part 2 for comedic relief. That's about it.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. Everybody's fucking awake. Don't nobody sleep. Why? How is this motherfucker at a pool party killing children? How? And then every time when Jesse sitting up there about to get some pussy, like, oh God, he's coming back, Grady.
Wasn't that more like possession?
But the basis of I'm analytical.
I think the problem with the sequels is that after the first one does so well. They try to elevate it and it never really works. They try to add something new, and it never really works the way that they envision it.
Well, that shit didn't work.
No.
Now I will say the one positive about Nightmare 2, his fucking makeup is by far the scariest of any time in that genre. Part 2 to me. Well, I mean with the exception of New Nightmare. I'm talking about 1 through Freddy's Dead. That makeup was fucking scary.
I don't know. I never found them scary. I mean, I just like the character in general. I like the movies in general, except for the remake.
I didn't like. They overthink on the sequel.
His personality wasn't the same. And then
it was. But that's not right. The remake, and if you go to Nightmare on Street Part 1 and the remake, similar personalities. Freddy barely said. I would be surprised if Freddy said over 20 words in that movie.
I don't know. Facial expressions say a lot.
A matter of fact, I'm gonna watch Nightmare 1 and I'm gonna count. I'm willing to bet $50 that he doesn't say over 25 words.
In the whole movie. I don't know. All I know is when I was little, that was the first horror movie I ever seen. My mom took me to see it. She was trying to cover my eyes on parts that I wasn't supposed to see, and I was still trying to look through her fingers.
Like what? Nancy didn't show her titties?
No, she just the killing and stuff.
Oh, she actually did show her titties. If you look in this part when Freddy pulls her down in the water, in the bathtub, you can see her titties.
I don't think I was looking that hard.
I was looking hard. I love Heather Langenkamp.
Yeah, that's the first horror movie I remember seeing, and it just stuck with me. I loved them ever since.
It's my favorite genre, but I'm analytical. I'm gonna tear it apart. They fucked up with part 2. Everybody's awake. Everybody's fucking awake.
I'm gonna go back and watch part 2.
Why is this motherfucker walking around? How did he kill the teacher?
I'm gonna go back and watch it because I haven't seen it in a long ass time.
Remember the S&M teacher, the one that go to the S&M clubs and shit? The PE teacher?
Yeah.
He kills him. How? I don't understand. And then what else he do in that movie? The daddy is fucking shooting at him with a shotgun. He can't fucking hit him. You got this burnt motherfucker standing in your backyard that killed half the kids at your daughter's birthday party.
But it's not the first time he's been in a movie like outside of a dream. No,
but he has to be pulled out of the dream. You have to go in and get him. Jesse never goes to sleep. He's in now. Like when he kills Grady, he's in the room. He's like, Grady is coming back. He's wide awake.
I don't know. Maybe it was one of those like split seconds where you doze off type shits. Cause they've done that in some other.
I know they did it in the remake when that boy did like that, and Freddy was like, got that knife at his throat.
Yeah, cause they did it in one when Nancy was at the police station, and she. I think she was waiting on somebody or talking to somebody, and she dozed off, and then she woke up. She was walking through the police station, and some little girl was in the hall.
No, that wasn't. That's Freddy versus Jason. I'm just saying, part 2 is trash. It don't make sense. That is his highest kill count in the entire franchise. Like, I think he killed like maybe 20 people in that movie. Because Freddy only usually kill like 2 or 3 people.
Yeah, like he doesn't go on like a major killing spree. Like,
except for in part 2. He fucked everybody up at that pool party.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody going over Lisa's house no more. Now, what I will give credit, I will give to Nightmare on Elm Street. They gave it a little twist. They took Jesse and made him the heroine. And they made Lisa the hero.
Mm.
That was a twist.
No, I just wanted to see who was gonna die, how they was gonna die, what he was gonna say to make me laugh.
He didn't even start making you laugh until part 3, though.
Well, when the first one came out, I wasn't that old. Like,
right.
When I first started watching it. So I wasn't really picking it apart like that. Like, and even when I go back to watching now, if I start picking them apart, like, every little thing that I could find wrong with it, I'm not going to enjoy it.
You might not like part 2 then.
I have to stop doing that.
Well, part 3 is the Freddy that you know and love now. That's the whole jokes and all that stuff. Mm. Part 3 is probably my favorite. That's another movie. I would say I like part 3 better than part 1. Okay. I do love part 1 though because it was different. Mm. But part 3, when he told when he killed Jennifer in the TV, this is it, Jennifer, your big break on TV. Fuck the prime time, bitch.
Oh, when he pulled her head into the TV.
Mm-hmm. Then he told the boy, "That's the chair for you, kid." I am the Wizard Master. Yeah, it's like
all them kids in that psych hospital.
Yeah. And one of my favorite things is when Kincaid, the guy who played Kincaid, I can't remember his real name, but the way he auditioned for Nightmare on Elm Street, he missed his bus and all that shit. So when he got there, they said, well, what you got to say to get this part of the movie? He's like, fuck you! And that actually became a part of the movie. He's like, fuck you! You sit down! That was hilarious when he told that story.
Rashad said Dream Warriors was his favorite one, too.
Part 3, yep.
Yeah, I can't say if that was my favorite one or not. I don't know if I have a favorite Nightmare on Elm Street.
Part 4 was a little rough. They brought him back with a dog pissing on him. It's a rough way to come back. I'm just saying, that's another thing, too. Look at how this motherfucker always come back. Okay, part 1, she just built up courage and he disappeared. Part 2, we have no earthly idea how the fuck he come back. I know he killed the mom at the end of part 1, so I guess that's the impression of saying he's alive. Part 2, Jesse builds up some courage because Lisa kissed Freddy and Jesse came out of Freddy. And then he winds up taking him into that desert. How the fuck did he even come back from part 3? From 2 to 3, I guess the assumption is he was alive.
The only time where he came back and it actually made complete sense was Freddy versus Jason.
Okay, yeah, that did make sense.
That's the only one that made sense to me.
Part 4, the dog pissed on him. Pissed fire. So the dog had VD. Dog can't even get no pussy. Like, you need condoms. So, part 5 made sense. I understood that. Because she killed him, she beat him, and she knew how to control him. So that left him dormant. So when Dan eathorror.com'd in her, so when Dan got her pregnant, Freddy was within her. Mm-hmm. So he found Jacob. I get that. Okay. Even though Nightmare 5, the dream child was stupid, Freddy's Dead was a fucking reach, but it was funny. And I enjoyed the girl, the one that could fight.
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about, right? The one that's like, she could fight real good. Mm-hmm. And her daddy was fucking her. There's a lot of weird shit
going on in these movies.
I know. What parent fucks their children? Hey, honey, daddy's home. I was like, what the fuck? She's like, Daddy, you're dead. Not tonight, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so then that was Freddy's Dead, and then after Freddy's Dead, New Nightmare came, which is really good. Lowest
I like New Nightmare.
made the least amount of money of all of them. Oh, yeah. And that's probably the best written one. It only made like 19. I'm going to pull it up. It didn't make a lot of money. I think part 3 made the most.
All right, which Nightmare on Elm Street film made the most money?
No. How you spell which? Oh. I can't spell.
All that slang you've been using.
I know,
Got
right?
how to spell simple words. Yeah, I was finna say if Google, oh, you on Bing. I was finna say if Google fill in exactly what we were just talking about, covering up all my cameras.
I know, right?
Cameras, microphones. Gross the most money. Box office history.
By the numbers.
The numbers. I don't know.
If I had to guess, if I guess before looking, I'm going to say 3. I know 1 was the least. I mean, not 1, but I knew what you call it was the. I'm going to say 3. The remake. I know you hate that. 3, the remake.
Hope the remake.
4, it's not last. I know that for a fact. 3, the remake. 4, 1. And that's about all I can come up with.
All of these sequels and the 1 remake.
Oh, I apologize. Well, did we count Freddy versus Jason?
He was in it.
Okay. Damn, why I gotta be in graphs and shit? What are the actual numbers of that shit?
It just showed you. Go back up. Oh, that's not. Okay.
Okay, so. Oh, actually, I was wrong. The remake made 117 million. Freddy versus Jason, 114 million.
I need a recount on that first one. New Nightmare.
Well, yeah, but it is. I was going to try to put them in order. Fuck, part 4. What? Part 4 was at 49. Part 3 was at 44. And then Freddy's Dead was 34. I don't know which one this is. This part 2? It's probably part 2. Yeah, it's probably part 2. It made 21 million. And then Nightmare 1 was at 25. And Lonely New Nightmare made 18 million. But look at the budgets, though. Look at the budgets. That ain't shit. Nah. If you make a movie, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1 cost $1.8 million. You made $25 million.
That's a good number to me.
That's some interest. That's some numbers for your ass.
Well, overall, and that's worldwide, because opening weekend, it ain't make shit.
Nah, I mean, but at least in the first week, though, you made back close to your operating budget.
But I mean, that probably had to be disappointing at the time.
Nightmare 4 had the biggest budget out of, not counting, like damn, that mean they paid these actors like $2,000. Like, I mean, I would have did it. I
I ain't sad to see that the remake didn't make back opening weekend.
Oh.
What they spent.
I mean, but worldwide it made 117.
Whatever.
That's dope. So the entire franchise, the budget was $101 million, and it made $448 million.
They making some bread.
Yeah, that's pretty straight. I can deal with that.
I wouldn't mind seeing. I don't know what a prequel would be like, but
man, that's what I want to see. I want to see a prequel, and I tell you, you ever get the chance to watch that?
I did. I watched it.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
So he's trying to get himself, into that director's realm in regards to Nightmare on Elm Street.
I mean, because if you give that guy a budget like that with those numbers and create the sequel that he put on YouTube, like I think that'll be dope.
I agree.
I wish I could remember his name.
Oh, Chris Notarelli.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I kind of deal with it. I be trying to keep in contact with him because I definitely want to be in the movie with him. Boy, he can direct me. I do whatever. I kill every damn body. Just, all you gotta do is point me in the right direction.
What if you say you gotta kill somebody, but you gotta wear a dress?
Fuck. Yeah. Sorry, Chris.
Just had to go the dress route.
Yeah, I can't do that one. I just ain't with that shit.
I don't know, man, but I don't. Overall, like Freddy is my favorite villain of slasher films.
Me too.
Chucky would probably be my second, personality-wise. And that's the only thing that I can go off of. I mean, as far as the franchise overall, probably wouldn't be the best written scripts. And I know they haven't made the most money, but I do like the personality of the villain. Those two in particular.
My top three would be Freddy, Jason, and Chucky.
I can say that.
And the only reason I like Jason is because when Kane Hodder took over, he just took it to another level.
My favorite Jason kill, though, would have to be when he smacked the shit out of old girl from Destiny's Child into that tree.
I know you like that shit.
I was like, thank you. God, her acting was so horrible in that movie.
She could not act. And I love Kelly Rowland. I love her to death, but she can't fucking act to save her life.
Well, when he took her out, I was like, yes.
Yeah, she was not good. I would agree with that.
There was one time I didn't mind a black person dying early in the movie.
She died late. She died at the end. She like, hey, Freddy. He's like, oh, sweet. Dark meat. And then Jason Ritter, he was just like, come on, Laurie, shit, come on. Like, that's her friend. You just gonna let her friend die?
Hey, man. That's how it was in, what was I watching? Shit. Was it Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Oh,
The
when she let
remake?
and she ran.
No, was it Texas?
Cause they got that scene from the original too. Cause the girl was running.
No. You know what? It wasn't that. It was. I'm thinking about way back. Not even a movie that was on this list, but when we was talking about the Leprechaun movies, it was a part where everybody was in this house and they was running from the Leprechaun. But this was like it wasn't part of like the little green dude. It wasn't that Leprechaun. Okay. It was like it's supposed to be like Leprechaun Origins or some shit like that, and it was like an actual monster or some shit. So all these kids run down the street. There's 4 of them, and the girlfriend fell, and her boyfriend just kept running. And one of the dudes came back and got her. So when she caught up with him and they all got in the truck, she was like, why didn't you come back for me? He was like, I was trying to get the truck so we can get away. I was like, this nigga.
Bye, bitch.
But this was the second time he tried to leave somebody. The first time his best friend fell.
Did he die?
Yeah.
He deserved that.
Best friend fell. And he kept running with the best friend's girlfriend. And the dude who kept running, his girlfriend went back and got the best friend and helped him up because his leg was fucked up and shit. So he left 2 people. Old boy was mad as hell.
Yo, I'm looking at these numbers. Why the hell Friday the 13th made so much money? And even the remakes and everything couldn't touch part 1. Well, part 1 is really good. Betsy Palmer did a great job. I think it's boring per se, but I love her in the movie.
Why it made so much money? I couldn't tell you. Maybe because I don't know. Maybe it's personal preference. People who like the Jason franchise, who like the Friday the 13th franchise, like will go and see the stuff at the box office regardless.
Well, Jason X is last, which it deserves to be last.
I'm gonna say that deserves to be last.
The fuck is motherfucker in space? It's like it's so much. It's only so much you can do with a character. That's just like when Madea took her ass into witness protection. Like, kill this bitch off. I ain't seen the newest one, but it's just time. Like Tyler Perry, respect everything you done, but it's just time. If you got to start doing witness protection and Madea sings the blues and shit like that, it's time to go. It's time.
I stopped watching Madea films. I really stopped watching Madea films after the stage plays.
Stage plays was amazing.
I watched Family Reunion and like 2 or 3 stage plays after that, and I've only seen like 1 or 2 of the actual movies. But I wait till they come out on. I wait till they come on TV or some shit. But I don't go to see those.
But I'm not lying when I say this. But every time I think about Madea in witness protection or whatever Madea's witness protection, I think about Jason X.
Why is that? How do those two even correlate?
They correlate in the sense of they correlate in the sense of these fucking movies should have never been made. Don't put this motherfucker in space. Who cares about Jason being in space? And then the way it ended.
Let's see what Ja Rule thinks.
Tell us about it, Jai.
Well, Leprechaun was the first villain in space.
Was he really?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Leprechaun in Space came out before Jason X.
Let's see. JJ says Fast and the Furious is a perfect example of why there's another damn. What?
Another damn what?
I'm pretty sure there's more to that. That's a franchise that I wanted it to die.
Fast and the Furious?
Hell yeah, I was tired of it. I gotta admit, I know Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson don't get along now, but Dwayne Johnson brought life back into that franchise.
That nigga was just a damn superhero by that point.
But it was good though. The first one that he was in, I think that's the best Fast. Well, part 1 is the best, and then the one with Dwayne Johnson the first time, because he's been in like the past 3 or 4. The first time he showed up when they stole all that money in Mexico, that's the second best of the entire franchise.
I do like those.
Tokyo Drift is trash.
That shit shouldn't even count.
Tokyo Drift is like when you like got shit real bad. That's what you have. You have Tokyo Drift, and it's like liquid.
I could have sworn I read somewhere that Tokyo Drift was supposed to be the very first one.
Okay, but they fucked up.
And the Asian dude that died like later on, or before Tokyo Drift, I think he was like the person in Tokyo, or supposed to be in Tokyo Drift, that connected that movie to the very first Fast and the Furious.
Okay,
or some shit like that.
They didn't do a good job. So let me ask you this though, like I know we jumping out hard, but okay, so Shaw, which is played by Jason Statham, he kills the Chinese dude.
Yeah, in Tokyo Drift.
Okay, so he killed the damn Chinese dude, which is Vin Diesel says everybody's family, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so then Jason Statham comes and save your fucking baby, and now y'all friends? He killed your brother. I'm confused, and then you mad at Dwayne Johnson over some shit in real life. Nicole Simpson can't rap. I want justice.
The Iggy Azalea can't rap. I want justice.
Like how I blurred those lines. Hey. All right, Marvin Gaye family, don't come after me. It just don't make sense to me.
Yeah. Tokyo Drift, that shit should have been, that shit should have just been left out altogether.
See, Rashad agree. Say, it can't be my friend. You saved my baby, but you killed my brother. And then you asked that motherfucker to save your baby. I got a proposition for you. My baby's out there. Can you help me?
Yeah, wasn't he gonna die or some shit?
Who?
Like, he couldn't do it with some. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
if he would have did it, he was gonna die. So he kind of had Shaw helping like on the back end. It don't matter, but now y'all buddies. He was their half brother. Good one. But it don't make sense, man.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
All right. So we ain't gonna keep holding y'all up, man. It's been almost an hour and a half of us talking y'all ear off.
That's right.
And my ass gotta be at work at 3 a.m.
Really? Mr. 3 a.m.
Alright, so this is what we're
That's
gonna
an
wrap this
absolute
shit
reference.
up. Yeah, but you'll probably never hear that song because it's not even posted anywhere.
That's a good song.
One of these episodes, we'll probably just put one of our songs at the end of the episode and see how many people actually.
That was a good
listen
song,
to
though.
it. I liked it.
I liked it too. I like performing it. We only did it like a couple times though.
Yeah. But we appreciate y'all for listening to another round of Absolute. This is episode 16. And if you haven't caught any of the previous episodes, go back to Podbean, check us out. You can follow us on Twitter at ARO Absolute. You can follow us on Instagram at ARO_Absolute. Cause we need some goddamn followers, man. Spread the word. Click, like, subscribe, listen, tell a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend. ET phone home. Send a damn what they call that shit back in the day?
Telegram?
Yeah. Send some of them shit. Go call Birdman, tell this nigga send some pigeons.
I can't do that. I can't do that one either. I drug people in the hotel rooms. That's what she said. I still love her.
Alright, so till next time. We are another round of Absolute.
That's right.
We out this bitch.
We out.
Why they keep on hating on me, dog? I don't know. Why they keep on hating